Looking at me for?
No, who else am I going to look at?
Why are you holding your microphone now?
So I can lean back and relax a little bit. I got all this frame to fill up. Got
switch the camera
fully
shot.
Recline.
Then go back to the other camera.
I don't know why everything's going to drive you crazy.
I'm not talking to you while you're holding a microphone.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to STCPod, Start to Continue podcast. Jesus, what friggin' episode is this? I didn't write it on the thing. Listen to that. That's my co-host and closest of all friends, Joe. Apparently, he's from YouTube, My Life in Collecting, as you can see from the screen.
How'd that get there?
And I'm Bill, and we do this podcast once a week where we talk about everything that's been bugging us for the week and what we've been watching, what we've been doing. Apparently, me holding a microphone is a big red line that will not be crossed. That's a red
infuriating.
Line. That's a red line right
there. You're holding like a la Bob Barker. Only yours isn't the needle thin microphone.
Okay. There we go. I'll put it back down. So yeah, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all the new subscribers out there. We brought in an incredible amount of people in a short amount of time. Much appreciated. I know y'all came. I reeled you in with the live music, but hopefully you'll come and stick around for these live chats because you're gonna fall in love with my boy Joe right here. His personality can't be contained in that little window.
Too much pressure. I knew it was going to be one of those days when I woke up and sneezed 10 times in a row. You got allergies, man. Is it affecting you today?
Today? No, not so much. I've been keeping on with the allergy medication, though. I take daily sniffer up the nose.
Well, let me ask you, have you stepped outside today?
Yes, I have. I've stepped outside. I had to do some errands, some shopping. But I know the pollen is insane, right? Like you go out to your vehicle and it's like a carpet of pollen out there.
I've been outside working all day and literally I've taken 2 of those, I don't know, allergy pills, whatever it's called. But my nose has not stopped running. It looks like I got a cold. I've got the red nose from blowing so often. Sneezing. I had to run out and do some errands too. Try covering up a runny nose and sneezing and trying not to get people to look at you weirdly, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. Are you wearing a mask?
I've only worn a mask once, and that was yesterday. I had to go to Sheridan Nurseries, and they have a policy that you can't enter unless you're wearing a mask. So for the first time since this all started, I put a mask on.
Well, why not?
Well, everyone else was there, so I felt like I was blending in. But, I go to places where half the people aren't even wearing them anymore.
Let's get the masks going. I would like to buy a fabric mask, but I can't find any anywhere.
Or I'd like a cool one. Some sort of design on there.
Right? Get me a form-fitting, like a black fabric mask.
Yeah, straight up black.
A skull on it or anything like that.
Maybe this one like a Atari graphics on this mask would be kind of cool. That'd be looking dope. Some retro 2600 graphics on there.
Is the mask about style at this point?
Yeah, man. It's part of your wardrobe now. Can you imagine this is permanent? How long do you think we're going to keep seeing people wearing masks?
Yeah, it definitely could be. If masks get comfortable, yeah, it could be like a video game where everyone's wearing masks.
Yeah, but this isn't like what country wears masks a lot? Was it like is it like China or Japan that you see a lot of people wearing masks?
Yeah, I think so. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's mostly because of what? Is it the pollution? No, it's pretty clean over there, right?
You got me. I don't know how it started, but they do it, and they've all gotten used to doing it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, is it going to be one of those things where we all suddenly get used to it?
I think so. If we all get like masks that fit, like these paper masks, I hate them. That's all we have. And as soon as you move your mouth, it like pulls off your nose, and it's just feels like a big diaper on your face.
The paper ones are good for a couple of uses, and that's it.
Well,
That's part of the issue, right? You need one that's it's going to be like underwear. You need one for every day of the week.
Right.
Or like certain other people, one pair of underwear for the week.
Hey, I got new underwear yesterday.
Is it the ones that Joe Rogan always promotes on his podcast? MeUndies?
No. It was, well, it's funny because on my YouTube page all last week, what's kept popping up was our live show episode 200, that groundbreaking episode where we first did a live stream multicam multi-guest show that soon most people started to copy. Episode 200, you remember that? And we're on what, 282 now? So that was 82 episodes ago. How many weeks in a year?
52.
So nearly 2 years, because I talked about getting new underwear on the 200th episode. And here we are again, 82 episodes later. I got new underwear. They were champion underwear.
Champions.
And continuing with the boxer briefs that you have talked me into so long ago. And these ones are really good because they got this. They got this happening in front. There's this holding you in there.
Your big,
oh yeah.
Keep the big package in place.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What were you wearing before I talked you into a box of briefs?
Briefs.
What, the tighty whities?
Yeah, because I had tried those before and I found they always rode up the legs and was super uncomfortable. And you said I would just got the wrong pair or something.
Yeah, they only ride up when they're super tight. I've had some pairs. I just open up a pack that's like 5 years old, and apparently they're too tight. Then they start riding up, and then they stay up. Whereas the proper size boxer briefs just tend to, they're almost like a pair of shorts, only just a little bit tighter, and they tend to stay in place for the most part, right?
Yeah.
I like them. I went from tighty whities to I was in college and doing a phase with my cousin where we were only buying expensive clothes for some reason. So we were buying like the Tommy Hilfiger boxers. They weren't even boxer briefs. This is like $100 for a pair of underwear, right?
Oh my God.
And then the immeasurable heat radiating from my pelvis ate a hole right through the center, so my dingleberries would hang right through. So I said, "Screw it, man! I'm not spending money on underwear like this only to have it disintegrate after like half a year." So I switched over to boxer briefs and then just started doing. What do I got? I got Stanfields on right now, man.
Okay. Yeah. The first round I got at Costco or at Amazon was their Amazon, whatever, no name brand. Is like a stretchy, not a pure cotton kind of thing, and nothing in front grabbing you like this. So that's what I've been going with for 2 years. And now I've tried these champions on, and they got the ball handler going on there, and it's more cottony. They feel great. I feel like a new man.
Yeah. But how much?
Well, they were at Costco, right? So it was like $15 for 5 pairs. So it was a good deal.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Rogan's always going about the MeUndies. They're made like with whatever it is, micromodal material, whatever that is. It's supposed to be super comfortable, but I don't want to pay American prices for it.
Yeah, I think they are expensive.
So maybe one of our American friends could buy 2 pairs and ship them to you and me.
Oh, well. Hey, do you mind if I say hi to Chris Roberts, who popped in?
What? Hey.
I missed him last night on the Vinyl Collection show on this channel.
Oh, he was doing something for my channel last night.
I don't doubt it. Did he appear on the cassette collection?
Not on that. That was already pre-recorded.
Oh man, he
I'm
would
in the
tear that
process
up.
of editing part 2.
He would tear that up.
My collection would pale in comparison to well, any of my collections would probably pale in comparison to what he has.
He is not allowed to appear on that other channel. That's for sure.
On what, Kevin's channel?
Can't be stealing my heat. Take my top guys from me.
I thought Bandy was your top guy.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. I don't rank my guys, you know. I wouldn't want to rank them. They're all perfect.
We all know where Kevin stands.
They're all good guys. The Vinyl Pundits. So that show was last night, the Vinyl Collection. I hope you guys tuned in for that. It was a good time. It was 2 hours, and I barely shown like 5 records. You know, the show has expanded to this, you know, huge conversation about music and record collecting, and the stuff the other guys is showing is they're teaching me new things about music I didn't even know existed. Doom,
like to listen to good artists instead of just Bob Dylan,
and dungeon rock and suicidal rock. All stuff that makes you want to jump off a cliff, I guess. I don't know, but it's all interesting. I kind of thought that Joe was going to pop in this week. I kind of thought this was the week we'd get Joe coming in. But you were in production. You had a big production going on last night. Yeah.
And, Chris Roberts doing the tag team event.
Great. I can't wait. Can't wait for that. Yeah. So I was at Costco because my freezer was empty. So I had to do that, you know, go every 3 months and load up at Costco. And there's no lineup to get in, but what a lineup to check out. Checkout lineup went all the way from the front of the store all the way to the back.
What? Don't they have restrictions in the amount of people?
Yeah, like they're counting, but I don't know how many they're letting in. Like it wasn't crowded inside. It just seemed like they're just not letting anyone congregate at the front where all the lines would be. So they push all those lines up to 1 or 2 big giant lines that go all the way towards the back. So it looks pretty bad, but you know, it's moving constantly. It was probably a 10-minute wait. I just threw my earbuds in, started listening to some Stern.
That's what I do, man. I cannot stand. Now, luckily I don't have to line up very much anymore for anything really. I had to do a Lowe's lineup. Today's what? I guess it was on the weekend. But yeah, anytime I go out, I bring the earbuds because I can't stand listening to the inane chatter of people in front or behind me still talking about this COVID stuff and, you know, listening to their lives in general. But I find most places now don't have lineups, you know, except for the thrift stores.
Well, we shouldn't know anything about that.
Nope. I just, when I drive by the thrift stores, I see lineups.
Good. That's good. Actually, I was going to stop at Zayre's today and I drove in the parking lot and there was a lineup. So I'm like, nope, next grocery store. Kept on moving. Not going to wait. No need to. Look at Joe gets hung up on the chat. I can see when you get hung up. You complain about me and it's seamless when I read the chat. You're like a speed bump locked in. Wow.
Kevin, I have no idea how many copies I have. I gotta. One day when the wife leaves, I'll pull everything out, and I know I got a bunch of doubles. I don't know the difference between part 1 and part 2. My memory doesn't hold up.
This is an audio show. You got to explain people what you're talking about. So
No,
Joe reads the chat.
They can go to the chat. Doesn't the chat appear up in the video?
It's a podcast. People download this. Did you forget what we do?
I forgot. Hey, Kyle.
But yeah, Kyle's here. We haven't seen Kyle in a while. It's good to see Kyle popping in.
I miss Kyle's videos.
What if I told you he's still making them and you just don't watch them?
Well, then I would have to say there's something wrong with YouTube and my notifications.
That is true. That is true.
I don't get
You
notified about anything. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I've deselected some button or
that main page is wacky, man. Like they'll bring me videos that are 12 years old, and yet channels I subscribe to don't get put on my front page. It's what are they doing? It's shocking. However, yeah, so I was in Costco, did the big meat run. So the ticker tape got pretty big at the cash register. It was unbelievable. But some deals, I got a bag of bird seed that was like this, like a hay bale of bird seed for $14. And I mean, just a tiny little orange juice size container of it at Canadian Tire would be that price. I got a huge hay bale of it. And I'm like, get it home. Like, oh, shit. What am I going to do? I can't leave it outside. The animals get into it. I can't leave it in the garage. It might bring in mice, So, I got to live with this in my house. Giant thing of bird seed.
can you put it in? You got to get a plastic container for that.
I've done that, and the raccoons figure that shit out. They are not stymied by a plastic container.
You got raccoons in your garage?
No. Okay. No, I thought you meant if I left it on the deck in a plastic container.
Oh, no. No, wait, man. That's just asking for issues. There was that family of raccoons that just recently had 4 babies that somehow got into my next door neighbor's the part underneath beside the eaves trough with the air holes in it.
Yeah. Soffits?
Yeah, your soffit. One of the things had come off. So a family of raccoons that got in and had babies. So they had to bring in a pet person to take them out. So they got out. And of course now there were a family of 4 babies running around between my yard and my 2 neighbors' yards.
Right. You told us about this a couple weeks ago, didn't you?
But they've been they haven't been seen since. I think somebody did something to them.
Can I show you something? Let me show you something. This just happened today. I'm like in the backyard. I'm like an old man now where I'll just sit on my back deck and look at the birds all day long, sip on my water or coffee and watch the bird. It's like a zoo out there. You got bunnies. I got buns. I got chipmunks, and they're all in twos. They all have wives and husbands. 2 chipmunks, buns, squirrels, birds, 2 cardinals, 2 mourning doves, chipping sparrows, all kinds of stuff. And then today, the big kid's like, "What is that on the top of the fence?" Because there's this looked like a huge shadow moving across the fence. And I grabbed my camera, and it was a giant mummy raccoon with 4, what do you call them, cubs? And so I grabbed my camera and ran out there and grabbed some pictures. I'll show you one picture here.
How do I get away with not doing work all day?
Hey, that's up to you. That's you and your craziness.
I've been working all the last 2 days straight. That's a good shot.
So I was trying to get these guys to get the hell out of my backyard and keep moving because I thought they were going to go for my bird feeders. And as I yelled at this guy, he retreated into the neighbor's tree at the back of my property. So the mom stopped and had to come back and get him. And it was a whole ordeal. Yeah, they got really close. Of course, no one can see that, but I took a whole bunch of photos of the raccoons. Look at them. So I thought I'd share that with you. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. They're cute when they're small, man, but fuck.
This little guy, he couldn't get out of that tree, and the mother kept coming back, and he was going up the tree and down the tree, and he couldn't get back over to the fence, and I'm yelling at them to keep moving, and the mom's like, "My kid's here. I can't go yet." So finally he decided to go all the way down to the ground, then climb back up the fence and move over, and they kept on moving. It's a zoo back there, man. I live I got a regular zoo happening in the city.
I luckily don't have any bird's nest this year. I normally get 2 in the same trees. I took the hockey stick to them early spring to make sure there's no evidence of them. I don't want any animals in the airspace above my backyard.
Ridiculous. Monster.
Monster.
I thought we had cardinals in the nest in a tree right beside the deck, but I don't know where they eventually nest. They are still in the yard, these 2 cardinals. But man, I would love it if they nested, and I would get my camera and like mount it up there so we could get a live feed of.
I don't like them because they poop on my deck. Or am I interlocking? And then I got to clean it up.
It washes away.
No, I got to clean it up. Anyway, I had to do deck work today. So I was underneath the deck again for another full day of horror. And then yesterday I had to do interlocking work all day.
This is your choice because you think the queen is coming.
No, there's jobs to be maintained or done.
I choose not to kill myself like that. I'm sorry I don't have this palace.
I wish but I wish I would get rewarded for doing it.
So again, why are we killing ourselves?
I wish it'd be like this is how I picture it is in the Q Dog house. Because I bet you Eric gets rewarded by Mrs. Q, right? For doing good jobs, good deeds. What do you think? Yes?
Yeah, yes, definitely.
You know, like there'd be like a scene where like,
oh boy, here we go.
He wakes up, you know, like the good reward signal because they've got the 3 daughters, right? So they can't. They got to be careful what they say. So the good reward thing would be like Eric sees all these expensive Master System games laid out on the bed, so he knows that if he gets all the work done today, then he's in for a treat later. A thank you treat.
That's the signal.
That's the signal. I get nothing. I barely get a good job.
And again, what would happen if you just sat on your deck and enjoyed your backyard for the day? Nothing bad would happen.
I would get chirped at probably. Not by birds.
I don't think so.
That's my life. I told you, it's not grass isn't greener on the other side of the fence.
This is what you bring on yourself. It is, dare I say, part of your heritage.
You don't want my life.
Your backyard must be this immaculate thing.
My daughter, my 5-year-old, no, how old is she now? 6-year-old daughter said the other day, "Daddy, you're the hardest working construction worker here." I go, "God damn, go tell your mom that."
Just take some pleasure in the backyard, dude. Take a day and sit back there and enjoy the birds.
Man. It's too much. I thought there'd be less work because there's no grass. There's more work because there's no grass.
That's insanity because you laid all this interlock. Why you keep messing with it year after year is mind-boggling. Just set it and leave it.
I don't like seeing any weeds pop up between. So I'm doing the polymetric sand in between constantly. I know. Roll your eyes up further into your head. Sorry, man. It's part of my heritage, as you say.
The pyramids have been laid. Just sit and enjoy it.
I know. I wish I could. The Italian heritage. Oh, man. I took one of those Aleve allergy pills like a half hour ago, but it still hasn't kicked in.
That won't kick in right away if this is your first time taking it.
A second time today.
That must sound great to the listeners with their.
This is a 3D experience show. Oh. So, have you picked anything up these last couple days?
Oh, we are in quarantine. There is no picking up of stuff. So
You go out shopping, you can pick
yes,
stuff up.
I'll talk about the meat products I picked up again. I bought beef,
Yep.
which was, you ever get beef at Costco? It's this massive, I'll say it again, hay bale of beef.
I think my wife has picked it up from there. Yes.
Oh, right. You never actually do any domestic things.
Well,
anyways,
shopping is relaxing to her, apparently.
You get this big giant thing, and then you got to like section it off when you get home, right? So you got to get all dirty. And I got my eBay scale out so I could scale it out into pounds. And we did all that. I got these pork chops. Costco pork chops are like super thick, man. They are.
Hold on, you got an eBay scale?
The scale I use for my eBay work. Is that better to describe it?
So you do have one? Okay, just checking.
Yeah, of course.
Continue.
But then there is the one that we are supposed to have at work that is supposed to live at work.
Oh,
and that's the one that has disappeared. If that's what you're alluding to.
I see what's happening. Okay. Yeah. All right. So did you get ribs?
No, it's not like a great deal for ribs there. So I didn't bother with that. But man, get to the cash register. It's like, whew, that's like a cowboy kid, what you're spending at Costco. But the freezer is full.
Barry Game Exchange, Cowboy Kid price.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So then there you go. That game paid for your freezer stock.
Yeah, great. That's fun.
All depends how fast you go through it. We actually had ribs the other day, and it's nice. My daughter loves them, but my son, for some reason, can't clean the bones for the ribs. You know how you're not supposed to leave any meat, even if it pulls off? Even if it pulls off, like just by touching it, he can't do clean bones for some reason. He's not a rib guy. He's not a wing guy, and he's not a rib guy. My daughter, though, loves it.
Well, maybe it's the chef.
The chef has been spoken to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, I'll talk about the Instant Pot. That's a great ribber right there. It is the perfect ribber. It does it perfectly. And after it comes out of the Instant Pot, throw them on the barbecue. After that, sauce them up. Most amazing ribs you can imagine. And then they will come off the bone.
Ours comes off the bone. I didn't say it wasn't. I said even if it does, he can't. We do the same thing, man. We got the old-fashioned Italian cooking pot with the lid. Mm-hmm. You cook them in there for hours, and then, like you said, you throw them on the barbecue when you're ready to eat them. Do the sauce, and you're good. Though she doesn't like to use she has like a special kind of sauce. It's not like the extra sloppy sauce where it goes all over. You know, you get like wings like with medium sauce or whatever, and it's just a big pile of mess.
Yeah,
these aren't as messy as you would like for ribs. Ribs should be really messy.
Yeah, a good dry rub though can really pull it off nicely. Is that what you're talking? She does a dry rub?
No, it's not a dry rub. It's a liquid sauce that she puts on, but it's not like barbecue sauce thickness. You know what I mean? It's more of a in-between area there. I like it when it's nice and messy and leaves like the clown face smile, the Joker smile on your face.
I hate that.
Rub it all over my body.
That's why I eat ribs with a knife and fork. So I don't get that.
No. Hey, can I give you 2 teasers for some stuff I grabbed?
Burp and blow it into the microphone. The listeners got it all there. That's what you get when you talk to him in person. He burps off to the side like it's mannerly, and then he turns and blows it in your face.
Here's 2 pickups. Here's a teaser.
A teaser for what? Where should people go?
My upcoming pickup video.
On this channel?
You gotta make them big.
Oh, sorry. I'm not used to this because, okay, hold on. We are now putting Joe on full screen for those of you who can't see him.
Here's one.
Yeah.
Damn microphone got away. So greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Jeez, you know, if you were around last night, this would have been great on the vinyl collection. Joe showing a Bruce Springsteen LP gatefold, Ashbury Park.
And then, in my opinion, one of the best album covers and names for an album.
And he grabbed Judas Priest.
British Steel. There we go. I don't even like Judas Priest. This is a badass album cover, man.
Surely.
I don't even recognize any of the songs after they're on there. That's it.
So what kind of passive aggressiveness gets deep into your spine that you wouldn't call in last night and show us on the vinyl show?
I told you, me and Chris Roberts were doing a record.
You know, he couldn't appear on the vinyl show last night. If I find out he was over there with Joe in My Life and Collecting.
Listen, you got 20 other people on there.
Man, oh man. Man, oh man. That my kids, man. They're weird and crazy. I don't get it. The big kid, she showed me a quiz she took yesterday for history, and I tweeted out last week's history quiz where she got quizzed about the Beatles and Vincent Price and stuff like that. This week she had to answer questions about Baywatch and Tom Hanks. So is this really a history, or is this teacher just having a laugh? There's questions about Top Gun, Tom Cruise. She's like, no,
this is history class.
Yeah, she said, oh, this quiz is on the 90s. Like,
oh,
seriously,
God.
They're teaching Baywatch in high school.
Well, if they're talking about movies and television in the 90s, it would be relevant, I guess. Though, you know, history for us in what grade is she in?
10.
Yeah. My history class was, that was Mr. Pace, this eccentric Italian guy who was very passionate about history, and at one point threw a chair across the room because the class was talking while he was trying to explain something about Italy to them. Yeah, my history class was learning about Rome and Egypt and all that stuff. Mesopotamia. Not about let's learn about history, about television and movies from the I don't know what, 70s would be an equivalent, I guess, to Top Gun and Baywatch history.
Yeah, that never happened. So it just boggles my mind. Of course, all these quizzes she's doing, like Motown was there and the blues and all that, and the lessons, because this is all learning at home, so the lessons all come with links to YouTube videos, and you can learn about it. All these YouTube clips. I'm like, this is stuff I just watch for fun at home, and you're being asked to do it for school, and you still refuse to do it because you don't think it's cool. So weird.
Well, it's kind of not, man. You go back and look at that stuff now. Well, Top Gun would still be decent, I guess, but like Baywatch, definitely cheesy. Like, you think kids now will have enough common sense to realize as well that, hey, man, this show is, you know, not the best. People only turned in for two things, right? Hot bods and bouncing jubblies.
I thought it was Hasselhoff's crime-solving abilities.
Oh, yes, that too. Sorry, three things.
Yeah.
Hey,
music montage.
I told slow mo bouncing up and down on the beach. I told you I got that Nest doorbell thing, right?
Yeah, mine is off right now. By the way,
how do you stop it from going? I get notifications anytime anybody walks in front of it.
Yes,
is this a permanent thing now?
That's its job. That's what it does. How many people are walking in front?
Well, like, someone walks out to water a plant or goes out to their car or if I walk around, I'm in the backyard or something, and then I walk around to the front and then walk like, hey, this person was just here. Yeah, it was me.
Yes.
Doesn't it do like, it has like a face recognition thing, right?
Yeah.
Can I tell it not to tell me when I'm there or when other people that in my family are there?
I'm not sure. Not sure. But I don't know why you have such a busy front of house experience going on.
Well, that's how you leave your house. It's either through the garage or through the front door. Mostly it's through the front door.
Yeah. No one should be coming or going.
I grew up never using the front door of my house. So now that I got a house with a front door, I'm using it.
Oh, that's why.
We always left through the side door.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
The front door is just for looking at, just like all the rooms upstairs.
Yeah, you go to that friend's house for the first time, and the front door is obviously the point of entry. You're like, I bet you're not supposed to go to that door. You knock on the door, like, what are you doing at this door? Oh,
we don't use this door. That's what it was in my house. So now that I got a front door, yes, I'm using it like a normal person.
Okay, well, the Nest is doing its job, and you should be happy that
I guess
you're getting those notifications. And put the names into people, so it'll say.
I do that though, and it still says person, even though I put in like I got like 10 faces for my son with his name in there.
Yeah,
it still doesn't recognize him.
Well, it takes time. Now it's even gotten smart enough where it will recognize a package coming. I know you don't allow packages even to come to your house, but if someone were to drop off a package, it'll give you notification like, hey, I think there's a package at your front door. Except it works about half the time. It's not the greatest. But yeah, mine's off right now, so we get full bandwidth happening. Is yours on? Yeah. Is your camera on? So
still going.
It's questionable. Maybe we'll get a hit on your side at some point.
Yeah, but not yet.
No, you know what?
That hit comes at the 1 hour mark.
That's true. Well, the vinyl show the last 2 weeks, it was like crystal clear. And our record last week was fine. I think maybe some of the throttling must have been taken off the internet as things kind of calm down in the lockdown world, maybe. Right?
I don't know. I think I'm still looking at, I think my YouTube is still at 720p.
Well, what happens if you select the top one?
Sometimes it lets me do it. Sometimes it doesn't. I thought they had dumbed it down to 720 for a little bit, but
no.
You sure?
That's just you. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That's just you. Oh, so yeah, that's the big kid. She's got those things going on. The little kid, I shake my head at her. I don't know, a kid of mine, and she doesn't like cookies. There'll be like a stack full of chocolate chip cookies. I'll be like, these cookies got to get eaten. Let's get these going. So I'm not having those. I don't want them. It's too
for her.
Yeah. What? Eat them. We need them.
No,
done.
Don't buy them. They shouldn't have that stuff in your house. Dude.
I don't. It's the big kid baking because she's been baking. So
is she baking healthy at least?
I can't have these temptations in the house. So
why is she baking cookies?
What do you want her to bake?
Cookies? Did you ask her to bake them?
No, because I can't handle that temptation. I will eat them if they're in the house. chocolate chip cookies, man.
I'm just gonna make like banana bread or something, man. That'd be good. Or make a nice raspberry pie or something.
A raspberry pie? A raspberry? Who eats a raspberry pie? You can't even go to the store and buy a raspberry pie. Where would you come up with that? I know at your head you're thinking, oh, I got to say strawberry because that's my favorite. And then he went, no, but then he'll call me.
You don't make
it.
strawberry pies. It's strawberry shortcake.
And so he went with raspberry.
No, pies are, listen, you're either going to have pumpkin pie, apple pie, but the apple has to be like super soft. I don't want crunchy apples or it goes in the garbage. Lemon pie. And then, raspberry pie, man. You could do like a raspberry strawberry mix for a pie. But raspberry pie is good. That's common.
I've never eaten, no. That doesn't exist.
It exists.
It doesn't. It'd be all gritty, like, raspberries got those little
seeds.
I
like those little seeds, man.
Oh, no one likes those, dude.
It's no different than like a strawberry. Strawberries have the seeds inside of them.
No.
See, even Kevin says raspberry pie is real. It's delicious.
I'm not having strawberry pie either. Anyway, you left off the king of all pies, which is coconut cream pie.
Nope.
Yep. That's the king.
There's no place for coconut cream pie.
It is without debate. That is the top.
You're worried about raspberry little miniature seeds, and you got that coconut fucking gristle, whatever that stuff is, man. Disgusting coconut taste.
No. Gristle? No.
Yeah.
Piled high with the real cream on top. Oh my God.
Woo.
Banana cream pie? Oh man. Oh.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Nobody wants to eat mushy bananas like that.
Chocolate cream pie?
Nope, too sweet.
You want to talk pies? We can get into it. We can talk about the good ones.
You said 3 that are garbage, so no.
Those are not garbage.
There's no place in my house. I don't like rhubarb pie. That's sometimes gets a little bit stringy in there.
That's not done right. I love rhubarb pie.
Nope.
Yep.
It's done right. It's no good.
Has the mulberries come on yet? It's probably that time, eh?
I don't know. I haven't been to my parents in 3 months.
Well, you can still go to their yard because you didn't deliver last year.
I haven't been to their place. Yeah, I did. I gave you one container.
Not last year. Nope.
It's still too early, man. Pie. It's only June.
It's almost midway through June. Remember, if we waited until July, they were all mush. So.
Well, that's how you want them for the pie. It gets mushy in the pie.
No, you cook them to mush. You want them fresh.
If they're already super soft, then you don't have to cook as long. Listen, just plant a mulberry tree in your backyard so you can stop bothering me about it.
That would be cool. The birds love mulberries, of course.
Yes, they do. I remember as a kid, because my grandparents literally had like an acre of a backyard for a garden inside of the city. And my grandmother still has the house, and it's like 6 houses away from my parents. They had like 3 or 4 mulberry trees in the backyard. And my grandfather would do like splicing experiments where, you cut a branch off one tree and you put the shaft part into another tree and it takes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had one mulberry tree that only did white mulberries.
Right.
And then another one that was strictly purple, like dark purple, and then one that was like mixed. But anyway, the birds would go bonkers, so we'd have to spend like days putting nets over, like fishing net kind of things over these trees, just to help protect them from the birds. It was a fiasco, man.
Wow. I mean, even if the birds are feasting on it, they still produce so much mulberries.
Oh yeah, they were.
What would you do with it all?
As a kid, I was having mulberries by the handful every day. And then in the garden, they have like strawberry patches and raspberry bushes and corn, rows of corn and squash. Like it was a full garden. They didn't buy vegetables at the store.
Mm. Yeah.
It's no longer there, obviously, because
Kevin has dared to bring up that diner in Toledo where we had those pies that will never leave my memory.
I wasn't invited on that trip.
God damn it. That wasn't the Joe trip? These pies were, oh my God, outstanding. They were a foot high, I tell you. Oof.
Just make your own foot high pie.
It's scientific impossibility. Only certain people know how to do that.
No.
On these cream pies, there was this chocolate cream pie that defied science and logic. But man, and the pastry in it, oof.
All you do is you double what you would normally make at home, and that's how you get it. Just double your recipe.
You know what you'd end up with is a big soup. You wouldn't get it right. You wouldn't get that consistency.
Listen, you got so much free time. Just practice. In between sitting on your deck like an old man watching birds, make some pies.
Well, by the way, Stephen Eider has reminded me that the CC has a live broadcast on right now. We are in counter programming to Cartridge Club.
They're doing it during our time.
That's true. We've been booked for a while on this. So,
and we do it every week.
Did you want to talk at all about the PS5 reveal?
I didn't see it, except I saw a picture on Twitter.
That's all I saw.
Everyone's saying it looks like, and it does. It looks like my modem.
It looks like your modem.
My modem that brings out, my TV and my internet.
Yeah, your Netgear.
It's the weirdest design.
Mm.
I'm looking at it right now. It looks like a stand-up modem.
Yeah, it's got fins like a 57 Bel Air.
It looks like a lot of dust is going to get in there, and that's all I can think about. Where's the cooling vents on this sucker? On the back? There's no shot of. I'm not seeing a shot of the back, so I wonder if the cooling vents are there. But I guess they're going with the white and black motif, eh? Which I don't like because the controllers are going to get dirty as anything with grimy fingers.
Well, there's going to be a black edition like very soon, right? They're not going to stick with that white for long. That's obvious.
So what was this? They just revealed how it was going to look, and that was it?
I think they revealed the starting lineup of exclusive games. I think a Spider-Man was announced. I don't know what else. Maybe a Horizon spinoff.
They just did a Spider-Man.
They did, yeah, but that was a while ago.
I still don't have it.
I think a lot of people were thinking another Uncharted, but I don't think that happened. Maybe someone can tell me in the chat if Drake returns for PS5. There it is. Honk.
Drake's done, man.
Why would he be done?
Because you finished number 4.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Did they close it off?
Did you not? You haven't done it yet?
No, I haven't played 4 yet.
I ain't telling you.
Because then the next one is the one with the 2 chicks, right?
Right.
I thought that was like the sign off of the series. I think 4 is enough, isn't it?
No,
Let's not overdo it like they did with Assassin's Creed.
they're not even close to Assassin's Creed territory. They're more like the Halo territory. Game every 4 years or something like that, which is fine. So, and the one with the two broads, I think that was like a kind of just like a fancier DLC, from what I understand.
Well, I just hope this means that all my PS4 games are going to suddenly become super cheap to buy.
True, yeah. Well, maybe. That reminds me, though, I tried out a VR game. I put it on Twitch. Of course, Joe didn't show up, say hi or support me, but
where was the notification?
Twitch. On Twitter, all over the place. Everyone in the world saw it.
Oh.
This is an anticipated VR experience. Was the Iron Man game? You play as Iron Man in VR, and they released a demo. So I downloaded that and strapped in for that. It was really fun, man. It was what you would hope the experience would be. I mean, there's a couple control issues I have with it, with steering. I hope they can.
While you're flying, you mean?
They want you to do like in VR for PlayStation. They can't have you turn around, right? Or the cameras will lose your lights. So they want you to turn around by using the buttons on the controller as a snap turn. So you hit a button on the controller and your vision goes snap this way and then snap that way. And it's horrible.
No snap turns, man.
It's horrible. But all the other experience, you're flying with your, repulsors on your hands, your thrusters, and you got
that's what I mean.
Control.
Okay. So how do you do it then if you're flying? Do you still have your controllers in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
But your hands when you're flying Iron Man are meant to be by your side.
So that's what you do. Yeah. You put them down there.
You put the controllers down by your side?
You can, or just point them like this so the thrust is going downward. And then to move forward, you put your hands like that to make the thrust push you forward. And then to stop, you go whoo, just like that in the movies. And then that also will bring up his weapons too. And you can start firing with a different button than thrusting. I mean, they gave you this whole vignette where you start off on the Stark airliner, the 747, and he's just sitting there in a suit, and Pepper's there, and they're talking, and then shit goes down, right? Big hole opens up in the side of the airplane, and Tony just jumps out of the hole, and he had the Iron Man suit in the suitcase, right, which went out the hole already. And so you're free falling, yeah, like this. And it feels like it, man, because you're there in VR. You're totally engulfed in the situation, and the computer in your head's like, okay, stick out your hand. We're going to bring one gauntlet down. So you stick out your hand, and you can see the gauntlet come flying in the air and then launch on your hand. Okay, get the other hand. Whoa. And then the same thing, and then chest piece, and then the helmet comes flying. And suddenly now you're flying, and then you catch up to the airplane, and then you make repairs on the airplane mid-flight, all in VR, right? If you have any kind of motion sickness sensitivities like Joe, who can't do a first-person shooter, good luck with that, especially if you don't like heights or the sense of falling. Good luck. But I mean, this guy who's constantly trying to chase that dragon of that sensation in VR, it was amazing.
Oh, I think I could get away with trying it probably. I don't know. The first-person shooters in VR, to me, are different things. Like I've tried VR once at my brother's house for 20 minutes or whatever, and I didn't get motion sickness, but it wasn't doing anything similar to to what you just described. But I would love to try it.
It was so fun. But like I said, if you have to turn, they want you to hit the button and then snap turns, and then you got to orient yourself. What am I looking at now? Kind of thing. Whereas I have another game in VR where you are, Stephen Eider watched me play this on Twitch actually, where you're an eagle, and to steer that, you just tilt your head whichever way you want to turn, and it seems weird and wielding, but it actually works. This Iron Man thing, I don't understand why if I just turn my head and aim my thrusters, the camera doesn't change, but that is more of a strafing thing in the game instead of a turning thing. So that's my only hang up.
It's fine to use your controller to turn, man. It's just don't make it. Snap turns are unrealistic.
I hate them. Yeah.
Don't make it a snap turn. I haven't touched a video game in weeks, I think, man. I've been too busy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
you too busy or too tired?
Calm down on the production schedule there.
This is a one-man show. I don't have a group of people popping in to give me a hand here.
That's one show a week.
Running ragged.
I still pump out a video every day almost.
Do you?
They're just music videos, but yeah.
Do you create these videos or do you just copy them?
I have to make them, make them pop. Hey, there's a question in the chat for Joe. It's a pretty good question. One I've been afraid to ask.
Why have you been afraid to ask?
Is Transformers and beer dead now?
I think so. Just well, especially with this whole COVID thing, right? There was no way for us to do it. And even prior to that, it was sparse, where it was becoming, a bi-weekly, sometimes tri-weekly event. And sometimes it's just, dude, there's just only so much TFs you can really talk about. I enjoyed getting together. I enjoyed doing it. But
there is tons to talk. You don't have to talk about Transformer news. All you got to do is sit there and delve into each other's past and collecting.
Yeah, we had done that for how many episodes did we do? We did a shitload of episodes for that podcast.
Anyways, as a generous person that I am, I told Joe anytime him and Em want to put on a Transformers and Beer podcast, they're happy to use this platform to do it. And I mean this platform as in our podcast feed. Be more than happy to throw a special on there every now and again to give the fans something to listen to, because you guys did let your stream go, right?
Yeah. Do you want more out of that?
So it was a money thing, basically.
No, it wasn't a money thing. It was just one.
Steven says the last episode was called "We're Back."
Yeah, we were back after, and now again, that was probably after a month off, man.
But Joe probably has not told them this, so I will extend that invitation on this airwaves that if you guys ever want to do a special, you could certainly appear on this podcast stream. It'd be fine by me. The feed is here. Why not use it? I don't think we'd lose too many subscribers if a Transformers show showed up one week out of the blue. Because you got Tom Cruise there. That's all I want. You still got Tom Cruise, so you got the main event.
Tom Cruise is tired and delirious and stuffed up. But I will still come into work tomorrow so that you are not inconvenienced and get moved out of your chair.
Like you've been saying, I'm almost ready to get moved because that room is driving me bonkers. Ugh.
Oh, dude. Yeah, the room you're in now, which is the room that I used to be in with you before I got moved because of certain other people. Yeah, it's the busiest room in the building, or in our operations building part.
Well, I said it last week. There is a 24-hour news channel in there, so you can only imagine nowadays. So yeah, I could definitely take a swing over to Joe's new chair where 3/4 of the shift are eyes closed.
Yeah, right.
Oh well.
When you say shit like that, people believe you, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's just joshing. I'm just joshing, guys. So,
Oh, fuck.
I had a page full of notes. I don't know where they went to.
I didn't have any notes because I was too busy working outside the last 2 days.
You don't have to. You can calm down on that.
I don't think I have. I think I blew my wad on the last episode in terms of. Let's see here.
Friendliness.
Yeah.
People can let me know if they like my new webcam. How's it look? Should I go back to the other one? People got to let me know. Here, I'll go back to the other one. Give people a full demonstration. I find that newer one is harder to light for sure. It just wants to white out.
Hold on. Now your audio's out of sync.
Right there. Where's your mic? Where's your mic? No good. And
there's still a bit of. There's a slight lag on it.
There's more color with this camera, right? Or am I don't know.
I think the other one had a sharper picture.
Yeah. It's this kind of audio podcasting that will not get us podcast of the year.
I wish we all could have. I wish I could have 2 cameras.
Found in the garbage, man. I got like 5 garbage cameras here. If you want one, let me know. What is the one you're using? Is that your MacBook one?
It's just the MacBook one, man, built in.
Yeah, it's held up pretty good considering how old that is.
God.
Can I show you what my laptop camera looks like? Like you want to see crap. Check this out. Burp. Oh, it's showing you like messy. Look at this. I gotta get a new background, man. Oof. I'm in a warehouse.
Your built-in is like my built-in.
I do this from a storage unit, guys. I'm on tough times. What can I tell you?
No, you drive out to the storage unit, which is the podcast studio.
Oh shit!
And then you drive
forgot
home.
to tell you about the whole eBay fiasco, and we're past an hour.
Oh, I read your. Go ahead, man. I read your tweets.
We'll save it for next week. I don't want to get it'll be like 14 minutes to chat about.
That's fine.
Things did get resolved.
Anyway.
Spoiler, things did get resolved, but what a time. Like Chris Roberts always says, just keep pounding them, keep pounding them, keep pounding them. But it's funny because all this time I did it through emails and chats, so I have record of everything they said. And these, I had at least 15 different agents, and they would all just copy and paste the same answers, even though those answers had nothing to do with the situation. It's just a joke. It's wild. So maybe we'll talk more about that next week. eBay.
We'll do a segment on it because that makes no sense, and I don't know why. Why do they get away with it, and why does no one, I don't like getting the karma of having someone get fired, but you're not doing your job properly.
I think they are. They're told to do it.
I guess you're right. They're told to screw the sellers as long as the buyer is happy, who does nothing for them.
Yeah. I was going to go to PayPal next and say, can you help me out? eBay has stolen money out of my account and see where that went. Because I wasn't giving up on this because it was such an injustice what was happening. However,
well,
that's for another time.
You got a stupid buyer and stupid eBay.
Thank God he was a stupid buyer because he could have said one thing and he would have won that hands down. But he was stupid and honest about what he did.
All right, we'll make a note of that because then I've got some stuff I got some 2 cents to throw in that argument.
Good.
As well.
Tune in next week right here on this channel.
There you go. There's your teaser.
YouTube channel. We're going to talk about eBay scamming us, stealing out of your accounts for the sake of I don't know what. That's next week. We will record next week. Can we get that in writing right now?
You can get a verbal.
A verbal. I will even say we'll record. Hey, Mary Warner's stopping in. I haven't seen him in a while. We will Thursday night, I can say, is available.
I think me and Chris Roberts are doing something Thursday night. Wait,
I don't want to have to fire Chris Roberts.
Whatever doesn't interfere with your show.
Don't worry.
As you would say to me before, as you used to say to me in the past, whatever doesn't interfere with your show. What day is today? Thursday. We're working this weekend.
We work Thursday during the day.
Yeah, okay. All right, Thursday night.
It could even be out on Friday because now, I don't know if our listenership realizes that
StreamYard publishes everything for us.
One of us does all of the work now for this show. Does all the ripping, publishing, posting, thumbnails.
Now you know prepping, how I felt all those years I had to do it.
And that's okay that now you just show up as the talent. And
now it's your now it's your turn.
Where's my Oscar? Another award-winning performance.
Now it's your turn. And then we'll swap it up after another year.
Got to keep them happy, folks. So I'm keeping them happy.
I'm happy. I was happy with last week's. I was happy with last week's record. This one wasn't. This hour flew by. Even though I thought we'd have nothing to talk about. All turned out good.
All right. So back here on this YouTube channel, click the subscribe button. And when you come and check out this channel, you'll see that our scheduled live events are right at the top of the channel. So you can see when they are. So that's kind of handy. That's right at the top. So look for us on Thursday, do another live recording for the podcast listeners. It'll come out the next day, hopefully. And don't forget to tune into this channel for the vinyl collection. That will happen next week as well. A live event with a bunch of people talking about records and music. And you don't need to be a record person to be into it. It's just fun times. And we accept call-ins on that show.
Oh, very good. People and part two of my tape collection will be up. I want to say Friday at some point.
What's that called? Looking through the tape collection? The tape collection?
It's going to be called Tape Collection Part 2.
I like the screen says, go over and check out Joe's personal YouTube channel. The most original content you'll find on the internet. My life in collecting. You can also follow him on Instagram under that handle. On Twitter, you can find him at AC Decepticon. And I am at STCPod on Twitter and on Instagram. And of course, you're watching us on the Start to Continue YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe and keep it coming. Good work, everyone who's come on board. I am thinking of possibly having a contest if we get to 1,000 subscribers, where we give away a whole mountain of music to a subscriber. What do you think about that? Thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Check out the collection video to see what is available, because I show you all the doubles in that collection video on this channel. Anything else you want to say, Joe, or is that it?
No, I'm good.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We'll catch you next week. Thanks, everyone in the chat, for stopping in. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Post it.